in association with Sensodyne Daily Sensitivity Protection. Moose Wala, victim of Supari killing. Threatened, chased and murdered in cold blood. Gang war, gunshots and revenge killing. Singer Mika's sensational revelations. Inside track of Moose Wala murder. Punjab gang war.
The death of a superstar is the tense unfolding drama in Punjab. Ever since India Today broke the story yesterday, it's become 2022's biggest crime story. And in just a few minutes from now, Sidhu Moose Wala's close friend, superstar singer Mika Singh joins me live and exclusive here on India Today on the back of his claim that Sidhu Moose Wala had confided in Mika about a threat to his life. All of that and much more in our exclusive coverage coming up. The headlines first. Political war over Moose Wala murder. BJP blames Bhagwant Mann and Kejriwal for cutting the singer's security. Congress says dismiss the Aam Aadmi Party government in Punjab. Anger and backlash after Sidhu Moose Wala's murder. Protesters lay siege to Delhi Chief Minister Kejriwal's Delhi residence. Angry scenes in Jammu and Mansa as well. Varanasi District Court will resume hearing in the Gyanvapi Mosque case on July the 4th. Court hears the Muslim side's maintainability argument today. Chaos and brawl after ink thrown at farmer leader Rakesh Tikait while he was giving a clarification on a sting operation in Karnataka. People seen throwing chairs at each other. Police have detained 3. Rakesh Tikait is not injured. The collapse of the Congress continues. Anger within the grand old party over Gandhi loyalists making it to the Rajya Sabha list. Actor turned Neta Nagma says Sonia backtracked on an 18-year-old promise to the actor, saying that she would be given a Rajya Sabha seat. Pawan Khera also goes public with his grievances. And we're kicking things off with some breaking news coming in on the Sidhu Moose Wala murder case. A team of the Delhi Police Special Cell has just gone to the Tihar jail where gangster Lawrence Bishnoi is currently lodged. He has been questioned by the Special Cell. Remember, it is the Lawrence Bishnoi gang which has taken credit for the killing of star singer Sidhu Moose Wala. The Delhi Police Special Team has searched Lawrence Bishnoi's barracks, but no mobile phone has yet been found. It has been suspected that Lawrence Bishnoi, the man you see on your screen, the dreaded gangster whose gang has taken credit for the killing of Sidhu Moose Wala, he is a man who is understood to operate his gang and order hits from the comforts of Tihar jail, where he has been lodged for the last few years. Lawrence Bishnoi, the dreaded gangster, and his associate sitting abroad, Goldie Brar, have taken credit and claimed responsibility for the disturbing assassination of Sidhu Moose Wala. And now the Delhi Police Special Cell is at the Tihar jail, India's maximum security prison, where the barracks of this gangster have just been searched, but there is no sign of a mobile phone. It is believed that Lawrence Bishnoi has access to communication devices like mobile phones to run his gang from within the Tihar jail premises. I want to first go across to India Today's Shreya Chatterjee. She joins me live from Mansa. in Punjab. She's been tracking this investigation. Shreya, you are at the scene of the crime, the place where this targeted killing took place. The Delhi police, meanwhile, in the capital, Shreya, have just visited, Tihar jail, where the barracks of Lawrence Bishnoi has just been searched. What are you hearing on the ground about how this investigation is tying up? Because it's the Lawrence Bishnoi gang, Shreya, that has claimed responsibility.
Well, absolutely so, Shiv. And it's since yesterday that the Punjab Police has gone on record to accept that this is a matter of gang rivalry, and the fact that Goldie Brar, sitting in Canada, who's a member of the Lawrence Bishnoi gang, had taken claim of the attack that led to the death of Sidhu Moose Wala. Now, the Delhi Police's special cell, we do know, has already been there in that very barrack of Tihar jail, where Lawrence Bishnoi is lodged in, and he has been questioned, is what we do know. A special cell team is also on its way to Mansa, is also an information that we've got from our sources. So there will be an investigation where Delhi Police will also have a large part to play, because as far as these gangs are concerned, they mostly work around from the regions of Punjab, Rajasthan and Delhi. So there's requirement for help so far as the interstate police help is concerned. On the other hand, we do know that the Punjab Police has also detained one among those 6 who have been caught in Dehradun. They were trying to escape, and they were detained with the help of the STF there in Dehradun, as well as the Punjab Police. They're on their way back. So that's the update so far as the investigation is concerned.
Okay, Arvind Oja, who's the journalist who actually broke the entire Lawrence Bishnoi angle, is also live with us from Mansa. Arvind, आपका न्यूज़ ब्रेक जो कल आपने जो ब्रेक किया था इंडिया टुडे पर, जिसमें आपने ब्रेक किया था कि लॉरेंस बिश्नोई और गोल्डी ब्रार ने क्रेडिट लिया है इस अपराध के लिए, अभी स्पेशल सेल का एक टीम तिहाड़ पहुंच गया है. उन्होंने लॉरेंस बिश्नोई का बैरक्स को सर्च किया है. क्या जानकारी मिला है अभी तक? उनको कोई मोबाइल फोन वगैरह कुछ मिला नहीं है. आगे क्या अपडेट है अरविंद?
देखिए शिव, सबसे पहले बताऊं कि जैसे ही सिद्धू मूसेवाला की हत्या, उसके कुछ देर बाद इंडिया टुडे ने अपने सोर्सेज के जरिए ये बताया था कि इस हत्याकांड के पीछे लॉरेंस बिश्नोई गैंग का हाथ हो सकता है, और डीजीपी पंजाब ने इंडिया टुडे की खबर पर मुहर लगाई. अब जहां तक दिल्ली के तिहाड़ जेल की बात करें तो तिहाड़ जेल के हाई सिक्योरिटी वार्ड में फिलहाल लॉरेंस बिश्नोई बंद है. तो वहां पर स्पेशल सेल की टीम गई थी. लॉरेंस बिश्नोई से पूछताछ हुई और उसका बैरक खंगाला गया, लेकिन वहां से कोई मोबाइल फोन नहीं मिला. उसके अलावा पंजाब का दूसरा बड़ा गैंगस्टर जो काफी अमीर डॉन के नाम से जाना जाता है, उसके बैरक में भी स्पेशल सेल ने सर्च किया. वहां पर भी कोई मोबाइल फोन नहीं मिला. जाहिर सी बात है, ये जो गैंग है बेहद ऑर्गेनाइज तरीके से ऑपरेट करता है. जैसे कि इसी हत्याकांड की बात कर ली जाए, लॉरेंस बिश्नोई ने तकरीबन 1 साल पहले ही ये टारगेट कर लिया था कि सिद्धू मूसेवाला की हत्या करनी है, लेकिन उसने इशारा किया कनाडा में बैठे अपने करीबी गोल्डी बरार को. गोल्डी बरार ने बाकायदा कम्युनिकेट किया पंजाब, दिल्ली और हरियाणा के उन गैंगस्टर को और उनसे अपने शूटर मांगे. उसके बाद अलग अलग गैंग के शूटर जो एक दूसरे को नहीं जानते थे, वो एक साथ इकट्ठा होते हैं और उसके बाद ये जो किलिंग है उसको अंजाम देते हैं. तो इस तरीके से जो एजेंसीज होती है उनको भी क्रैक डाउन करना काफी मुश्किल होता है. लेकिन स्पेशल सेल के पास इस वक्त एक एडवांटेज जरूर है कि काला जठेड़ी जो लॉरेंस बिश्नोई गैंग से जुड़ा हुआ है और दोनों ने हाथ मिलाया है, वो फिलहाल स्पेशल सेल की कस्टडी में है. मकोका के तहत स्पेशल सेल लाई है, तो वो काफी इंफॉर्मेशन दे रहा है, जिस वजह से स्पेशल सेल भी अब इसमें एक्टिव हो गई है. जबकि पंजाब पुलिस भी लगातार सीसीटीवी की मदद से कुछ लोगों को डिटेन कर चुकी है.
All the tentacles of the gangs of Punjab are becoming very, very visible in this. Arvind and Shreya continue to stay with me. They're both reporting from Mansa in Punjab, where this crime has taken place. Let me quickly recap for you the other top 5 developments on this rapidly unfolding crime drama that India Today broke yesterday, the murder of Sidhu Moose Wala. Development number 1, the inside track of the Moose Wala murder probe. Sources say the Delhi police are questioning the gangsters. Bishnoi, Kala Jathedi, as Arvind just said, have been grilled by the police. Meanwhile, the Delhi police special team has headed to Punjab as well for further investigation. So between Delhi and Punjab, it's taking place. Big development number 2, the Moose Wala murder probe has reached the High Court. The High Court has pulled up. The Punjab government says, why were security documents made public? Remember, Moose Wala was shot dead less than 24 hours after his security was downgraded and the AAP government publicized this information. Top development number 3. Sidhu Moose Wala's father has written a letter to Chief Minister of Punjab, Bhagwant Mann, demanding a CBI probe. Reacting to the letter, the Chief Minister has ordered a probe on the decision to curtail his security detail. That's right, the Punjab government is going to investigate its own decision to downgrade Sidhu Moose Wala's security. Top development number 4. A pistol was recovered by the police in Sidhu Moose Wala's Thar Jeep. The police have seized the pistol and sent it for forensic investigation. Was it used? Who did it belong to? We don't know just yet. Top development number 5. Sensational Supari killing angle has also emerged. It has been revealed that criminal Shah Rukh Khan was given a task to eliminate Sidhu Moose Wala by Goldie Brar and Lawrence Bishnoi, the 2 gangsters who are in jail and being questioned by the Delhi police. Top development number 6. After the murder of Sidhu Moose Wala, Khalistani outfit Seek for Justice has issued a terrorist threat letter to the Punjabi singers that death is imminent and that now was the time to support the Khalistan referendum for the liberation of Punjab from India. This is being seen as an act of terror by a totally irrelevant group called Seeks for Justice. And finally, big development, the murder of the singer in Punjab a day after his security was trimmed has sparked outrage across the country. Protests have erupted in several parts of Punjab, Delhi, and even in Jammu. India Today, of course, bringing you all those pictures from across the country. India Today's Shreya Chatterjee visited the spot where the forensic team is probing the Sidhu Moose Wala murder and was the first journalist to report from the car in which the singer was personally driving along with 2 others. Take a look at this exclusive report.
Forensic team is now at spot inspecting the Thar vehicle in which Sidhu Moose Wala was gunned down. You can see that officials from the forensic department are trying to take measurements of the bullet marks. They're trying to take the remnants of the cartridges that have been recovered from inside the Thar vehicle in which Sidhu Moose Wala was gunned down. We'll show you the visuals on the camera. Look at this. These are the remnants that have been recovered. The forensic team is now looking in at and they are taking the exact size of the bullet marks. Look at the visuals on your screens. This is the forensic team now inspecting the spot. This is the very Thar vehicle inside which Sidhu Moose Wala was gunned down. Multiple bullet marks are engraved all over this particular Thar vehicle, and right now the forensic team taking a stock of the situation and inspecting any of.
Now you've seen the Thar vehicle in which Sidhu Moose Wala was driving and was shot up, but there was also this white Bolero vehicle that was following Sidhu Moose Wala's vehicle in which he was shot. India Today's Lalit sends us this ground report from that vehicle that was following Moose Wala's vehicle.
Famous Punjabi singer and Congress leader Sidhu Moose Wala was shot dead on Sunday evening by the assailants, and the vehicle which was being used by the attackers is a Bolero car having number DL10CT0196, and as per the inputs what we are getting from the police sources is that the number plate which is being used in this car is a fake number plate. While let me show you the visuals of this Bolero car in which you can see that inside the car there is a number plate of Punjab PB05 AP6114. So it clearly seems that the attackers have already done a recce and they already had the information that Sidhu Moose Wala would be leaving without his security cover and without his bulletproof car, and looking and getting this whole information, the attackers yesterday attacked and shot Sidhu Moose Wala near Jawaharke village. Right now, police have detained around 6 persons and police is still investigating the matter. With video journalist Krish Durgapal, this is Lalit Sharma for India Today, Mansa.
Now, the Punjab Police have also visited a dhaba in Mansa where the suspects are understood to have had something to eat before this Supari-style killing. They've collected CCTV footage from inside the dhaba in order to track the people they believe are the very men who shot and murdered Sidhu Moose Wala. India Today's Arvind Oja was there first, of course, and he sent us this report.
सिद्धू मूसेवाला का कातिल कौन है, इस मामले में पंजाब पुलिस तफ्तीश कर रही है। इस वक्त मैं एक रेस्टोरेंट के बाहर अंदर मौजूद हूं और ये देखिए पंजाब पुलिस की टीम इस रेस्टोरेंट पर आई थी और बाकायदा यहां तफ्तीश करके गई है और जो सीसीटीवी कैमरा है, सीसीटीवी कैमरे की कुछ तस्वीरें भी लेके गई है। ये देख पा रहे हैं आप, पंजाब की जो ये पुलिस है इलाके की, वो तफ्तीश करने के दौरान इस रेस्टोरेंट में आई थी। हम कोशिश करते हैं हम बात करने की, पंजाब पुलिस के कुछ अधिकारी यहाँ पर मौजूद है, ये दो जिप्सी में। सर, आप लोगों ने यहाँ से सीसीटीवी सीज किया सर?
नहीं, ਅਸੀਂ नहीं कराया, ਅਸੀਂ ਤਾਂ ਇੱਥੇ खाना खाना आए हैं।
जो मालिक
पर ड्यूटी लग रहा है। हाँ जी,
आपसे मालिक से बात हुई थी आपकी?
नहीं, मेरी नहीं।
तो ये आप देख पा रहे हैं पंजाब की ये पुलिस है यहाँ पर और हम बात करने की यहाँ पर कोशिश करते हैं। जो सीसीटीवी के जो मैनेजर है उनसे बात करने की कोशिश करते हैं कि यहाँ से जो किस तरह से सीसीटीवी कैमरा वो लेकर पुलिसकर्मी गए। सर, ये सीसीटीवी लेकर गए?
नहीं, मैं दे नहीं सकता। सही गल,
सीसीटीवी तो लेकर गए?
नहीं, लेके नहीं गए, वो फोटो खींची।
आप देख पा रहे हैं ये जो ढाबा है मनसुख वैष्णो ढाबा, यहाँ पुलिस की टीम आई थी और जो सीसीटीवी कैमरा है उसको खंगाला गया और सीसीटीवी की तस्वीरें खींच करके लेकर गई है। क्या यहाँ पर इस तरह की भी बात सामने आ रही है कि जो हमलावर थे वो रेस्टोरेंट में आए थे और हत्याकांड के पहले यहाँ पर खाना खाकर गए थे? इस तरह की आशंका जताई जा रही है, जिसके बाद पंजाब पुलिस की टीम यहाँ पर आई थी और रेस्टोरेंट के जो सीसीटीवी कैमरे हैं उसको खंगाले हैं। अब क्या सीसीटीवी से कोई सुराग अहम मिला है, ये देखने वाली बात होगी।
Now, the Moosewala murder probe has seen plenty of twists and turns since India Today broke the story last evening. From a shocking revelation of a Supari killing to the involvement of the Lawrence Bishnoi gang as well as several other gangsters from Punjab and abroad. Top sources in the Punjab Police now revealed to India Today that 6 persons have been detained in Punjab and are currently being questioned in relation to the murder. Here's the latest on what's happening there.
2022's most heinous crime, a gruesome murder that has shocked the nation. Popular Punjabi rapper Sidhu Moose Wala killed in cold blood, opening a can of worms in Punjab. Moose Wala's bereaved father wrote a letter to Punjab Chief Minister Bhagwant Mann seeking a thorough CBI and NIA investigation. The father also sought a public apology from Punjab's DGP for downgrading Sidhu's security. India Today accessed the copy of Moose Wala's father's FIR, which reveals that Sidhu received multiple threats from gangster Lawrence Bishnoi. The father in the FIR claimed that the gang threat led to the singer buying a bulletproof SUV, which he chose not to drive on the fateful day. The father, who was tailing Moose Wala with 2 security persons fearing for his life, saw his Thar SUV being intercepted by a Corolla sedan and men from a Bolero SUV opening fire before fleeing.
The vehicle which was being used by the attackers is a Bolero car having number DL10CT0196, and as per the inputs what we are getting from the police sources is that the number plate which is being used in this car is a fake number plate. While let me show you the visuals of this Bolero car, in which you can see that inside the car there is a number plate of Punjab PB05 AP6114. So it clearly seems that the attackers have already done a recce and they already had the information that Sidhu Moose Wala would be leaving without his security cover and without his bulletproof car.
Top Punjab police sources revealed to India Today that several suspects linked to Lawrence Bishnoi gang have been detained for questioning.
Investigation is on. No more information on this currently.
Have we detained any person right now?
You let the investigation go on. We'll come back to you when we have to. Thank you.
Any sort of gangster involved in this? Any person named involved right now?
We can't name anybody right now, but surely there's a conspiracy behind all this.
यहीं पर सिद्धू मूसा वाले पर हमला हुआ था। ताबड़तोड़ 3 गाड़ियों से हमलावर थे और सड़क पर ये पूरी तरह से कांच बिखरा हुआ है। यहीं पर बाकायदा टारगेट करके सिद्धू मूसे वाले पर तकरीबन 20 से ज्यादा फायरिंग की गई और इसका अंदाजा आप इसी बात से लगा सकते हैं कि सड़क पर फायरिंग हुई थी और दीवार पर गोलियों के निशान आप देख पा रहे हैं। तकरीबन 3 जो गोलियां इस दीवार को छेद करके यहां पर निकली हैं। उसके अलावा जो 3 गाड़ियां थी वो सिद्धू मूसे वाला का पीछा करती। क्योंकि ये देखिए ये एक मोड़ है और अपराधी इसी बात का इंतजार करते हैं। दरअसल मोड़ पर गाड़ियां धीरी होती हैं। सिद्धू मूसे वाले के पीछे एक गाड़ी थी जबकि उसके आगे की तरफ 2 गाड़ी थी और जैसे ही मोड़ पर ये गाड़ी ढीली होती है, सिद्धू मूसे वाला जिस गाड़ी में बैठा था उसके 2 सहयोगी बैठे थे। हमलावर उतरते हैं और ताबड़तोड़ फायरिंग कर देते हैं और अंदाजा लगाइए यहाँ आसपास जितनी भी दीवारें हैं उन दीवारों पर गोलियों के निशान। ये देखिए ये गोलियों के निशान है। उसके अलावा दूसरी तरफ वहां पर भी गोलियों के निशान है।
The probe further reveals that the vehicle used for Sidhu's murder had fake number plates. A pistol recovered from Moosewala's bullet-ridden car has been sent for forensic investigation.
You can see that officials from the forensic department are trying to take measurements of the bullet marks. They're trying to take the remnants of the cartridges that have been recovered from inside the Thar vehicle in which Sidhu Moose Wala was gunned down. These are the remnants that have been recovered. The forensic team is now looking in at and they are taking the exact size of the bullet marks.
Moosewala family says that cut in the singer's security by the Aam Aadmi Party government was deliberately leaked to gangsters. The Punjab High Court has now asked the state government why sensitive details were made public. With Lalit Sharma, Arvind Ojha and Shreya Chatterjee, Bureau Report, India Today.
Now, nobody has seen pictures of this kind, a picture of the entire Lawrence Bishnoi gang in one frame. This is the gang, ladies and gentlemen, that has taken on record responsibility for the killing of Sidhu Moose Wala. Akshita is now going to piece together the organization chart. What is the link between the murder of Sidhu Moose Wala and the Lawrence Bishnoi gang? Akshita brings it to you. Listen very carefully.
So the police have gone on record to say that as per the initial investigation, they believe that this killing of Sidhu Moose Wala was a result of gang rivalry. A couple of names that you need to know with this regard. Now, there are essentially 2 prominent gangs in Punjab. Moose Wala belonged to one of these, or at least had links to members of one of these gangs. Now, this gangster Goldie Brar, he lives in Canada. Soon after Moose Wala was gunned down yesterday, he claimed responsibility for it. Then, of course, there was a lot of confusion on that. The other name you need to know is gangster Lawrence Bishnoi. He's currently lodged in jail. He's behind bars in Delhi's Tihar jail. These 2 are known to be close aides, close friends, and are known to extort money essentially from the liquor mafia together. Now, there are 2 reasons that police suspect Sidhu Moose Wala was targeted by these 2 dreaded gangsters. Now, the suspicion here is that they hatched the murder conspiracy living in Canada and sitting in Delhi's Tihar jail, believe it or not. Why? 2 reasons. One is because Sidhu Moose Wala was known to be close to members of the rival gang, a gang which was part of Vicky Gaunder's gang. Vicky Gounder was killed in an encounter, but members of his gang are still very much active. So one is that Moose Wala was considered to be close to members of this gang, rivals of Goldie Brar and Lawrence Bishnoi. The other aspect is with regards to the killing of Vicky Midhukhera. He was killed last year in August 2021. He was known to be a close aide of Lawrence Bishnoi. Now, Bishnoi since then was looking to avenge the death of Midhukhera. Midhukhera was actually killed by a person called Shagan Preet Singh. Now, it gets a little complicated, but stay with me here. Shagan Preet Singh is actually the manager of the Punjabi rap star, of Sidhu Moose Wala. Soon after he killed Midhukhera, he fled. He left Australia and since then has been absconding, hiding in Australia. Now, Bishnoi wanted to avenge the death of Midukera. How did he do that? He went ahead and targeted Sidhu Moose Wala. And it's clear, obviously, that he knew exactly when to do it. A day after security cover was withdrawn for Moose Wala, Bishnoi and Goldie Brar, it looks like, actually hatched this elaborate murder conspiracy and killed Moose Wala in broad daylight. So this is the suspicion right now of the Punjab Police. They're looking into this in greater detail. But these are the names that have emerged. Some of the biggest, most dreaded gangsters in Punjab, it looks like, were behind the killing of Sidhu Moose Wala.
So now the Punjab government has ordered an investigation into its own decision to withdraw Sidhu Moose Wala's security, but that does not answer the big questions that India today and many members of the public really are asking, no matter where you stand. Was the Punjab government really not aware of the threat to Sidhu Moose Wala? Question number 2 that we're asking at this point of time, on what basis was Sidhu Moose Wala's security withdrawn? What basis? Was there a failure to assess the security threat to him? Who leaked Sidhu Moose Wala's security downgrade? Why did that information come out in public virtually as a publicizing the fact that his shield was being removed? Why were there death threats to Moose Wala and why were those ignored? Because apparently this was in the know of the security system in Punjab. Why did Sidhu Moose Wala not use his private bulletproof Fortuner? Why did he go in a car that was not protected? Was he targeted for some kind of ransom? Was this an extortion bid that was actually taking place? Was this in some way a revenge killing for the involvement of Sidhu Moose Wala's associate in some other crime? Was this murder hatched from inside Delhi's Tihar jail by the Lawrence Bishnoi gang lord? Lawrence Bishnoi himself is the other big question. Now, one of Sidhu Moose Wala's closest friends, and by himself a superstar singer, Mika Singh, well known all across the world, big Bollywood singer, also from Punjab, close friend of Sidhu Moose Wala, has decided to speak out. He joins me live now. Mika, thank you for speaking out on this very sensitive story. Your first reactions on the killing of your close friend, Sidhu Moose Wala, Mika?
No, I'm feeling very sad and bad because it is like किसी animal को मारते हैं आपने, किसी जानवर को मारे या राह चलते हैं, जो हम 30 साल पहले 30 years back we used to hear these kind of news कि ऐसे gangster होते हैं, ऐसे कर देते हैं. And this is 2022. This is what happening. I'm surprised. कोई एक्शन नहीं लिया, कोई डर नहीं रहा. Nobody scared. They can kill anyone. अगर सेलिब्रिटी को मार सकते हैं तो आम इंसान को कितनी प्रॉब्लम होती होगी. एक सेलिब्रिटी की तो न्यूज भी आ जाती है, लेकिन आम जनता की तो न्यूज भी नहीं आ रही होगी, जो रोज ऐसे कोई भी किसी ने वेपन उठाया और किसी को गोली मार दी.
Mika, do you think this killing of Sidhu Moose Wala throws up questions about law and order in Punjab? What's your view on that? Because there's been a lot of politics over the last 24 hours. What is your view on that?
नहीं, देखिए अभी क्या है, अब क्या पॉलिटिक्स है, क्या पॉलिटिशियन का अपना है, मैं उनके बारे में नहीं बोलना चाहूँगा. बिकॉज बहुत सारे लोग बोलते हैं जी 3 साल अभी जस्ट 4 दिन पहले ही उन्होंने सिक्योरिटी हटाई उनकी. अगर सिक्योरिटी हटाई तो व्हाई दे टारगेट सिद्धू मूसेवाला? किसी और की डेथ क्यों नहीं हुई? सिंगर की ही डेथ क्यों हुई? कि ठीक है यार, एक सेलिब्रिटी को मारेंगे ताकि हम आपस में क्या पॉलिटिक्स है, क्या चल रहा है वो हमें तो पता नहीं चलेगा. बट सबको पता है कि ऐसे लोग गैंगस्टर हैं जो पैसा मांगते हैं, हर हफ्ते उनको पैसा जाता है, सिंगर बेचारे डर के दे रहे हैं. ऐसे बहुत बड़ी आम बात होगी पंजाब में. बट इसलिए हो रही क्योंकि वो गैंगस्टर जाते हैं और बाहर आ जाते हैं. जब बाहर आते हैं वो फिर अपना कांड करके फिर अंदर चल जाते हैं. ऐसे लोगों को आप कड़ी से कड़ी सख्त से सख्त सजा क्यों नहीं देते आप उसको?
Mika, Sidhu Moose Wala was also your personal friend. What can you tell us about him? What can you tell us about Sidhu Moose Wala?
Just 3 years के अंदर उन्होंने इतना बड़ा अपना नाम, इतना बड़ा मुकाम उन्होंने पैदा किया है. ठीक, मैं नहीं कहूँगा कि सिर्फ पंजाब में, वर्ल्ड वाइड उनकी फैन फॉलोइंग. इवन ड्रेक जो बहुत बड़े रैपर हैं, ही यूज्ड टू फॉलो सिद्धू मूसेवाला ऑन इंस्टाग्राम. तो जिस बंदे ने इतना बड़ा पंजाबी म्यूजिक को वर्ल्ड वाइड वो लेके गए हैं और अच्छे लेवल पे लेके गए हैं, बहुत अच्छा म्यूजिक लेके हैं, पूरा यूथ उनको फॉलो करता है. बहुत सच्ची बातें अपने गानों में वो लिखते थे, ना कि सिंगर थे, बहुत अच्छे राइटर थे वो. और मेरे बहुत ही प्यारे दोस्त थे, भाइयों की तरह थे. और कभी ऐसा हुआ नहीं कि उनके बारे में मैं उनके मुंह से किसी की बुराई या कोई किसी को वो किसी की बुराई करते हो या ऐसे चुगली करते हो. वो अपने काम में मस्त थे और विद इन 3 years उन्होंने बहुत अच्छा नाम कमाया. और एक लौता बेचारा बेटा है अपने पेरेंट्स का, कनाडा में अच्छी खासी मेहनत कर रहे थे, सब कुछ छोड़ के उन्होंने अपने गांव में जाके उसी जगह पे जहाँ पे उनका छोटा सा घर था उसमें उन्होंने अपनी अच्छा घर बनाया अपने पेरेंट्स के लिए। तो क्या सक्सेसफुल होना, हिट होना जुर्म है? और ये आज उनकी जान ले रहा है, कल को किसी की भी जान ले लेगा।
Mika, when was the last time, he was your personal friend, when was the last time you spoke to Sidhu Moose Wala? Can you share anything about your last conversation with him?
अभी वो पिछले हफ्ते मुंबई आए थे एंड मुंबई में वो यही मुझे बता रहे थे और हमारी बात नहीं हो पाई बिकॉज मैं शूटिंग में था। तो मैंने उनको ये भी बोल दिया था कि यार तो जब भी तू आता तो मेरी गाड़ी यूज कर और मेरे घर पे रहा कर, क्योंकि मैं मजाक में बोल रहा था कि मैं छड़ा हूँ, शादीशुदा नहीं है, तो आप जब मर्जी मेरे घर पे आओ, रहो, चिल करो। एंड वो यही बात बोल रहा था कि पाजी मैं तो मुंबई में घूम रहा हूँ, यहाँ तो कोई टेंशन ही नहीं यार, अकेला गाड़ी में घूमूं, कोई बॉडीगार्ड की जरूरत नहीं पड़ती, कोई सिक्योरिटी की जरूरत नहीं पड़ती, कोई बंदा घूर के नहीं आपको देख रहा। तो मैंने यही बोला था कि यार आने वाले टाइम में तो इधर ही रुक जाया कर। मुझे क्या पता था कि इतना बड़ा हादसा उनके साथ होने वाला। और वो 4 साल पहले भी यही बातें करते थे कि यार मुझे ऐसे गैंगस्टर ने धमकी दी है, ये दी है, वो दी है।
You know, Mika, some people are saying that, many people are saying that he mixed up his real life with the subject matter of his songs, his music, that the lines became blurred, that there was gun culture, there was gangster culture in his songs, and that appealed to some gangs, and he became mixed up with these people. Can you throw any light on that?
देखिए, मैं कहता हूँ अगर कोई बंदा अपने गानों में बयां करता है, आज मेरा गाना आया था गणपत बहुत पहले, वो मैं ऐसा नहीं हूँ, मैंने गाना फिल्म के लिए बनाया, लोग देखना पसंद करते हैं। गणपत जलदारू ऐसे गाना आया था शूटर लोखंड वाला में, वो गाने का एक फिल्म का एक कॉन्सेप्ट था कि उनको ऐसा गाना चाहिए। इट डजंट मीन कि मैं ऐसा हूँ, पर अगर आदमी अपनी बातें लिख रहा है गाने के अंदर तो उसमें वो एक एटीट्यूड है। इट इज नॉट कि वो ऐसा है। यूथ सुनता है गाना, यूथ को अच्छा लगता है, उन्होंने गाने बना दिए। किसी ने उनसे पैसे मांगे होंगे, उसने पैसे नहीं दिए होंगे। अब उसको जैसे किसी ने गोली मार दिया, वो कल को 4 और सिंगर्स को बोलेगा ठीक है उसको मैंने मार दिया, अब तेरी बारी। दिस इज व्हाट आई फील।
Which is why, Mika, I'm asking you, the people who have committed this crime, Lawrence Bishnoi ka gang has taken responsibility iske liye. It appears to be a case of gang rivalry, could be a money extortion angle, but do you think it was because his security was withdrawn? That's a very specific point that I'm asking.
वही है ना, जैसे सिक्योरिटी विथड्रॉ हुआ, आप दूसरे दिन ही तो हर न्यूज पे आ जाता है कि उस सिंगर की या उस पॉलिटिशियन की सिक्योरिटी हट गई है। बट मैं ये बोलना चाहता हूँ कि क्यों सिद्धू मूसेवाला, बाकी की तो सिक्योरिटी हटी हुई है। अब इसमें जिसने भी गेम चलाकी से खेली होगी उसको यही लग रहा है कि ठीक है यार मैं अपना काम कर देता हूँ, लोग बोलेंगे उसने करा होगा, और इसके जरिए मैं बाकी सिंगर्स को बोलूंगा कि ठीक है जी कल मैंने उसको मारा है, अब तुझे मारेंगे, अब पैसा देना शुरू कर। बट एक बंदे की जान चलेगी। मुझे लगता है कि पुलिस को और सरकार को बहुत तगड़ा एक्शन लेना चाहिए। इट इज नॉट ओनली सिद्धू मूसेवाला, इट इज फॉर जो आम जनता बेचारी, वो क्या करे जाके।
Mika, did he name any person? I'm assuming that you will, offer this information to the police as well. But did he name any group or person who he was being threatened by, all these years or even recently when you spoke to Sidhu Moosewala?
उन्होंने किसी का नाम नहीं लिया था। मुझे लंदन में मिले थे, उन्होंने भी बोला यार ये बहुत नया सिस्टम शुरू हो गया कि यार मैं हूँ, 2-4 और सिंगर्स हैं जिनको ऐसे कॉल आते हैं और हमें समझ नहीं आता कि हम उनके साथ कैसे डील करें। तो मैंने उनको वैसे ही बोला था कि यार तुम वहाँ रह रहे हो, तुम इधर ही आ जाओ, मुंबई में शिफ्ट हो जाओ, तो यहाँ पे अपना जितना मर्जी काम। यहाँ तो शाहरुख खान, सलमान खान, आमिर खान, अमिताभ बच्चन जैसे सुपरस्टार रहते हैं, उनको तो कभी कोई धमकी नहीं आती और अपना काम करते हैं, खूब पैसा कमाते हैं, बहुत बड़े स्टार हैं। मैं वहाँ पे रह रहा हूँ, मैंने बहुत नाम कमाया, सब कुछ है, बट कहीं ना कहीं आई फील वेरी सेफ इन मुंबई। तो बोला नहीं मुझे गाँव में रहना है, मुझे गाँव से प्यार है। दिस इज व्हाट वो लास्ट टाइम बोले थे।
आपके हिसाब से was he feeling unsafe in Punjab? You were recommending to him, suggesting, advising to him like a younger brother कि आप मुंबई शिफ्ट हो जाओ. Was Sidhu Moosewala feeling unsafe in Punjab? Is that the sense that you got, Mika?
100% करते, 100% करते। तभी कोई सरकार भी अलग थी, ऐसा नहीं मैं बोलूंगा कि आज की सरकार को मैं ब्लेम करूंगा पिछली सरकार को। इसमें सरकार का दोष नहीं, इसमें एक ही चीज का है कि सरकार या पुलिस अगर इस चीज को सीरियसली ले ले कि हमने इसको ठीक करना है, तो वो 1 सेकंड का काम है। ये चीज दिल्ली या मुंबई में क्यों नहीं हो रही? उनके अलावा और भी सिंगर्स हैं। मेरा एक छोटा भाई है गिप्पी गरेवाल, उसके साथ भी हुआ है कि उसको भी शायद सिक्योरिटी मिली थी पीछे, उसको भी यही प्रॉब्लम आई थी। उनको कॉल आ गया था, पहले वो पैसे मेरे ख्याल दे रहे थे, उसके बाद उन्होंने फिर कंप्लेन करी, शायद अभी बंद हुआ। तो ये जो भी गैंगस्टर आते हैं ये अपना उनको जेल के अंदर से ही उनको धमकियां देते हैं, और जब वो प्रोल पे या बेल पे बाहर आते हैं, अपना फिर कांड करते हैं।
Mika, एक clarification from my side, which is that you said that when जब आप 3-4 साल पहले जब when you had this conversation with Sidhu Moose Wala, he had talked about a threat to his life and to certain other singers. अभी 4-5 दिन पहले when you had a conversation with him over the phone when he was in Mumbai, did he once again tell you about any threat to his life? Because it was just a few days after that conversation that he had with you that his security would have been withdrawn by the Punjab government and then he's dead.
4-5 दिन के लिए आए थे, तो मेरी जोधपुर में शूटिंग चल रही थी, तो मैंने उनको यही कहा था कि यार तुम मेरे घर पे रुका करो और तुम सोचो कि तुम्हारा पंजाब यहीं पे है और यही जो तुम्हें खाना पीना, जैसे हम पंजाबी लोग एक दूसरे की हेल्प करते हैं या सपोर्ट करते हैं, तो वो यही बात कर रहा था कि यार यहाँ से कमाल है, हम आराम से घूम सकते हैं और इधर कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है, कोई दिखता नहीं था, तो मतलब मैं अकेला ही गाड़ी में घूम रहा हूँ। ये ऐसी पूरी खुल के बात उसने नहीं करी, बट आई विश कि मैं उसको मिल पाता या उसकी बात समझ पाता।
I think it's pretty clear, Mika, that while the investigation is on, बहुत कुछ अभी is unknown, unanswered questions बहुत हैं, लेकिन I think we can agree that this killing has taken place because his security was withdrawn. I think it's pretty reasonable to say that right now. Do you agree?
मैं सर इतना बोलना चाहता हूँ, जिसको भी मौका मिला उसको मौका सिद्धू मूसेवाला को क्यों मिला? 400 लोगों की सिक्योरिटी हटी है, तो किसी के साथ भी होना चाहिए, ये हो सकता था। वाई सिंगर को टारगेट करो कि ठीक है यार इसको टारगेट करते हैं, सॉफ्ट टारगेट है, इससे शोर भी मच जाएगा और कोई भरोसा भी किसी पे शक भी नहीं होगा, अपना काम कर लेंगे, कल को हम ऐसे लोगों को और परेशान करेंगे, उनसे पैसे मांगेंगे।
Do you think that the other people who've had their security withdrawn or other singers, other big celebrities like Sidhu, do you think there's a similar threat to their life as well?
मुझे लगता है कि 50% ऐसे चांसेस हैं कि बहुत सारे सिंगर्स बेचारे अभी जो भुगत रहे हैं वहाँ पे, तो शायद मुझे लगता है उनको सामने आना चाहिए, अपनी आवाज उठानी चाहिए, बताना चाहिए। पुलिस भी आपके हेल्प के लिए बैठी है, जब आप बताओगे नहीं, आप डरते रहोगे समवेयर। अब डरना जरूरी भी हो गया, क्योंकि अगर हम सिद्धू मूसेवाला को देखते हैं, उनके साथ इतना बड़ा कांड हुआ, तो हर आदमी डर जाएगा।
Mika Singh, thank you very much for speaking to India today. Mika Singh, in that conversation with us just now, has basically said that Sidhu Moose Wala had personally, not through sources, not through indicators, had personally told Mika Singh that there was a threat to Sidhu Moose Wala, his own life. And he'd said this to him 3 years ago, and he'd sort of insinuated this threat even recently where he'd spoken to the Bollywood singer. That's what he has told us right now here on India Today. The threats that he was receiving from gangs operating in and around Punjab, with cells operating from abroad as well. Take a look at this report. It details the gangster threat to Sidhu Moose Wala.
(29th May, Jawaharke village, Mansa, Punjab. While glorifying the guns and gangster culture in his songs, Sidhu Moose Wala would have never imagined that one day he would fall prey to gangsters himself. Sources say before Sidhu Moose Wala was killed, he'd received a call from the gangsters advising him to mend his ways. But Moose Wala had ignored the threats, saying he too was equipped with weapons.
इनके जो एक मैनेजर हैं शगनप्रीत, इनका नाम आया था जो विक्की मिड्डू खेड़ा वाले मर्डर केस में। लॉरेंस बिश्नोई गैंग का इसमें हाथ है और इसकी जिम्मेदारी जो है वो लकी उन्होंने ले ली है उनकी गैंग के।
A gang war that spread across Punjab, Delhi's Tihar jail, and across 7 seas to Canada. At the center of this gang war is this group of men led by Lawrence Bishnoi. The gangs of Punjab, Lawrence Bishnoi, prime suspect. Lawrence Bishnoi is currently lodged in the high security ward of Tihar Central Jail. A resident of Firozpur, his gang is active in Punjab, Haryana, Rajasthan, Delhi and Uttar Pradesh. Professional shooters are also a part of Bishnoi's gang. The gangs of Punjab, Kala Jathedi, Bishnoi's crime partner. Lawrence Bishnoi's partner in crime is Sandeep alias Kala Jathedi, Delhi's most wanted gangster who carried a reward of 7 lakh rupees when he was arrested in July last year. Apart from Delhi police, Jathedi was wanted by Haryana, Rajasthan and Punjab police for his alleged involvement in several cases of murder, extortion and other heinous crimes. Jathedi's name also came up following the Chhatrasal Stadium assault and murder in which two-time Olympic medalist and world champion wrestler Sushil Kumar was arrested. Sushil Kumar was associated with Jathedi, but the two fell out. The gangs of Punjab, Vicky Midhukheda, Bishnoi aide, shot dead in August 2021. The trigger for Sidhu Moose Wala's killing was allegedly the murder of Vicky Midhukheda. Vicky was also a big name in the Punjabi music industry and was shot dead in August last year. Moose Wala's manager, Shaganpreet's name had figured in that murder. The gangs of Punjab, Goldie Brar, gangster, currently in England. Goldie Brar, a close aide of Lawrence Bishnoi, currently in Canada, has also claimed responsibility for Moose Wala's murder. Goldie has also claimed that apart from Vicky Midhukheda's killing, Sidhu Moose Wala was also behind the murder of his brother Gurlal Brar, but has survived on the strength of his contacts and influence. The Bishnoi gang has taken responsibility for murdering Sidhu Moose Wala, claiming that Vicky Midhukheda was their brother and they have now avenged his death. Bureau Report, India Today.
Now, Lawrence Bishnoi is a name you're going to hear very often ever since India Today broke the news of this dreaded gangster. That's his face. He's lodged inside Tihar jail. The first pictures of that entire gang are only and only, I promise you, here with India Today. But who is this man? And what is the gang that he has run? What connection does he have with other gangsters with tentacles in the North Indian states? And what connection does Lawrence Bishnoi have with Sidhu Moose Wala and the superstar's killing? Take a look at this report.
A gang that has terrorized much of North India, operating stealthily even from top central jails. A gang that has claimed the brazen daylight murder of Punjabi rapper Sidhu Moose Wala. And now for the first time, the dreaded Lawrence Bishnoi gang is on television. Exclusive images of the Bishnoi gang being paraded by the Delhi Police Special Cell in 2021 after taking them into police remand under the Maharashtra Control of Organized Crime Act, Makoka. Bishnoi is seen wearing a black t-shirt, green shoes and close-cropped hair. Rajasthan gangster Sampat Nehra, who once carried out a reconnaissance of actor Salman Khan's house, can also be seen in these images accessed exclusively by India Today. The other gangster in these images are Jaggu Bhagwanpuria and Haryana's Kali Rajput and Raju Basodi. 30-year-old Lawrence Bishnoi, the son of a former police officer, is a law graduate. He met Goldie Brar in 2009 during his stint in Punjab University. The two rapidly rose in the world of crime after fighting for supremacy in university politics and a series of ruthless murders. When Goldie Brar fled to Canada, Bishnoi kept running the crime empire from Tihar Central Jail. Anybody who owed allegiance to rival gangs or stood against the Bishnoi gang was neutralized, like pop star Sidhu Moose Wala. The Bishnoi gang allegedly wanted to avenge the murder of Akali Dal leader Vicky Middukheda in August 2021. Since Shaganpreet Singh, the manager of Moose Wala, was named as a key plotter in the murder case, Moose Wala came on the radar of the Bishnoi gang. Moose Wala was also close to slain gangster Vicky Gounder, a bitter rival of the Bishnoi gang. While Shaganpreet fled to Australia, Moose Wala couldn't escape the wrath of the Bishnoi gang. With Arvind Ojha, Bureau Report, India Today.
Now, Sidhu Moose Wala leaves behind a grieving family. He leaves behind his political associates. He leaves behind friends. And he leaves behind millions of fans all across India and all across the world. And on the other side, we're going to take you through Sidhu Moose Wala's musical journey. What made him a superstar? From poverty to global superstardom, what was it that Sidhu Moose Wala embraced that made him so big? We'll show you next.
Make your media plan smarter with India Today Live TV on your connected devices. Amplify your brand with 100 million smart internet viewers. To advertise, mail us at sales@aajtak.com or call 9999892171. Make your media plan smarter with India Today Live TV on your connected devices.
You are watching India Today.
India's #1 political reporter.
Defines what seems to be happening, vendetta politics. कोई दूध के से धुला हुआ नहीं है.
Unmatched eye, unmatched experience.
The world has changed. My black hair has become grey as well.
And with unmatched passion for the story.
Do not monopolize the conversation.
When it's 100% pure prime time. It's News Today with Rajdeep Sardesai. Monday to Friday, 9 p.m. Only on India Today TV. Make your media plan smarter with India Today Live TV on your connected devices.
You are watching India Today.
Sidhu Moose Wala is dead, but his legacy, his music, the very thing that made him a global superstar, well beyond Punjab, will keep him alive for all time. Here's a tribute to the millions of Sidhu Moose Wala fans who grieve his loss along with his family and friends today.
Shubdeep Singh Sidhu, aka Sidhu Moose Wala, was born in Moose Wala village in Punjab's Mansa district on June 17, 1993. Moose Wala, who had a massive fan base, was known for his gangster raps. Moose Wala held a degree in electrical engineering and studied music in college. He later relocated to Canada. During his initial days in the music industry, Moose Wala penned a track titled License, which was sung by Ninja, and this track kick-started his journey as a songwriter. In 2018, he once again teamed up with Ninja by writing lyrics for Challenge. He later rose to fame with his songs like So High. And then later on was also known for his controversial Punjabi songs, which openly promoted gun culture and glorified gangsters. His song Jati Jone Morti Banduk Vargi, which was released in September 2019, sparked outrage due to a reference to the 18th century Sikh warrior Mai Bago. He was accused of casting a negative light on the Sikh warrior. Moose Wala later apologized.
इस वेले दी वड्डी खबर पंजाबी गायक सिद्धू मूसेवाला दे खिलाफ आर्म्स एक्ट दी धारा लगाई गई है.
Another song, Sanju, also sparked a controversy in July 2020.
कोर्ट से दोषियों को सजा का ऐलान और आर्म्स एक्ट में संजय दत्त को 5 साल की सजा.
The song was released after Sidhu Moose Wala got bail in the AK-47 shooting case. In the song released on social media, he compared himself with actor Sanjay Dutt. A case was also filed against him under the Arms Act after a video clip of him practicing at a firing range in Barnala village went viral on social media in May 2020. However, he was later granted bail by a Sangrur court. His death at the age of 28 has sent shockwaves across the entertainment industry, with many celebrities expressing shock and sadness at the rapper's sudden death. Many fans also pointed out striking similarities that the singer's final song, The Last Ride, had with the circumstances of his death. Entertainment Bureau, India Today.
And the story we broke on Sidhu Moose Wala will continue to be our top story right through this week. We will not stop until the investigation is complete and we know who is responsible for the death of a superstar. Okay, moving on now. Finally, some respite for the people of North India, especially the national capital, from the hottest summer in decades. Rains, heavy winds and thunderstorms have lashed Delhi in the national capital, bringing temperatures down. Thunderstorms also reported from other parts of NCR like Noida and Gurgaon. In certain areas, trees have fallen. Massive traffic jams, obviously, have also been reported from several places. This is what the national capital looks like right now. I want to quickly bring in Nabila, who's been tracking the weather very closely for us. Nabila, terrific pictures of much-needed weather respite finally here in Delhi and the national capital. What are you looking at?
Right, Shiv, it's almost come like an oxygen mask, but nonetheless, it's not come without its fair share of destruction.
Yeah.
Let me show you what's right outside our office here in front of India today. This beautiful palm tree, which usually stands tall, has weathered all sorts of storm and all kinds of rains. Here today could not withstand it. This has fallen. The other palm trees right around it seems standing tall and strong, but this one, the tallest one, has fallen off. But, you know, let me quickly ask some of these girls here, Delhiites, who seem to be quite excited with the rains here. It's just rain amid temperatures soaring to 41 degrees. Sweltering heat, this has come as quite a relief, isn't it?
Yeah, it feels amazing. I mean, it's been so long since we have been waiting for rainfall, and finally I'm going home, so I'm very excited.
But you'll be stuck in traffic. It's going to be quite chaotic.
Oh no, it's okay. We're all fine with the traffic. We really needed some relief, and this is the much needed respite we wanted from the weather. So,
all right, so have a great right there, you heard that, Shiv. People are rejoicing. They're okay with the traffic, okay with all the chaos around, but a little bit of rain in the middle of this heat, maybe some relief at this point.
You know, the traffic is going to be pretty bad, Nabila, but, you know, like you said, people have been waiting for the temperatures to fall. Are we hearing anything from the Met Department? It looked like this thunderstorm came out of nowhere. There didn't seem to be even a forecast about it.
Right, Shiv, over the last few weeks, in fact, in Delhi, there have been rains, unprecedented rains, in fact, hailstorm kind of rains, but this is due to western influence. There seems to be quite a weather condition, and that's what's influencing the northern belt to receive this kind of rainstorm. But the Met Department says for the next 2 hours, starting from 4:30, that was when the rain slashed, the next 2 hours is going to be, the Delhi and NCR region will be receiving moderately heavy rainfall, along with some windy, some dusty winds, and that's what's reported. So one must brace for traffic jams and possibly slight rains for the next 2 hours. But if not, the temperatures will still remain high as 41 degrees as per the Met Department's report.
Nabila, thanks very much for that. You know, as we welcome the falling temperatures, let's never forget the people whose lives are disrupted by sudden and heavy rain. India Today will keep an eye on their situation and bring you the very latest on that front as well. Nabila, thanks for that live report. That's it on 5 Live, but keep watching India Today. The murder of Sidhu Moose Wala continues to be our top story here on the channel. Was it dirty politics that got this global superstar bumped off by criminal gangsters? Blood-drenched Punjab politics has exploded, and Pooja gets into the dark underbelly of it next.
Make your media plan smarter with India Today Live TV on your connected devices.
You are watching India Today.